Sliders, 'tis I, Aaron, aka Sandwich. We're here for another glorious episode of the Trial and Error podcast. The Tap. This is a very special one, an especially special one because it is episode 69. Woo! Says Ric Flair. This will henceforth be known as the sexy episode. We're gonna get all sorts of sexy on you today. I'll let you know why. After a wee confession, I did podcast yesterday for about half an hour, and I was just going to go on a rant about things that have been pissing me off after promising the Tap is going to be nothing but good vibes, but I disguised it like, oh, well, you can't have good vibes if there's bullshit. I wanted to cause a stink to bring awareness to the bullshit going on, but after listening to it a little bit and taking multiple shots during the pod, I was like, this sucks. This is nothing but bad vibes, because nothing's worse than listening to someone bitch and complain unless it's about a certain someone that I blood feuded last year.
You like that?
The bitching and complaining has to be done in good faith, but I feel like there was a little too much salt in there, not enough entertainment. So today I'm just completely course correct and just being transparent. I blundered yesterday, was way too salty, way too many bad vibes. I'm coming at you with some good vibes. Emphasis at the coming at you, because this is episode 69, and we're going to get kinky with it, baby. We're going to get sexy, and I'm going to just unlock the vault of little anecdotes for yours truly, because I do enjoy me some sexy times with the lady folk, and I'm going to... What I say? I'm going to tell some tales of my inglorious sexcapades. That's right. You're going to get some stories. I don't give a fuck. And guess what? I got a glass of wine with it. Yes, sir. Yeah, like that's what everybody needs to hear. And so here's a disclaimer to anybody who's squeamish, relatives, what have you. This is a rated R episode, so if you're not down for it, then, go watch Joe Rogan or something like that. But for now, those of you who are with me, let me regale you with some tales, some of these freaky tales that I tell so well. Yes, Afro Man. So I took some notes before getting on here. The first one, all right, I gotta cop to it, you guys. I maintained and held on to my virginity all throughout high school. I tried to lose it, tried to get rid of it, but just, I don't know if I was too shy, never really went to parties. I thought, playing sports would have done me some good. To no avail for yours truly. And it, thinking back on it, I was so bummed out. It was a huge stressor, freshman, sophomore year. I'm like, all right, I was like, oh, my friends are banging. I'm not banging. No banging for me. I still had a great high school experience, and then my senior year, it was a major anxiety stressor. Yeah, there's finals, there's AP classes, there's you don't mean to flex on you. AP classes. Fuck yeah, I'll flex on you. Only got 2s: AP Bio, Lit, and Espanol. Everybody else is banging but me. Everybody's banging but me. A damn shame, but looking back at it now and how literally just what a not big a deal it is. I mean, yes, I love sex and it would have been nice for it to have happened in high school, but it didn't. And I thought it was going to be the end of the world. Guess what? It wasn't the end of the world. However, I'm not going to name names. I'm not that much of an animal. I mean, I am, but I'm not so much to name names.
Wow.
Goodness gracious. A certain someone, I was MySpace messaging this person for weeks beforehand, and we set it up to where not gonna bang because I had one condom. Never. Let's go back. Sex ed throughout elementary school, throughout high school, never really happened. If I didn't have an older brother kind of show me hey, this is what's going down, just kind of learn through random just watching pornos. Hadouken! Sex ed completely failed me. Never had that class where you're putting a condom over a banana. I never had the opportunity to get any free condoms from sex ed class. A whole lot of nada. But what I did have was a condom that I found under the couch cushion years ago.
Here we go.
And that was my ride or die. Kept him in my pocket. I'm like, one day, buddy, we're gonna plow, man. It's gonna be great. We're gonna lose our virginity together. So I had that special condom, which never got used. Not even sure where it's at. Probably for the best, because it's probably filled with holes. But alas, after texting or MySpace mentioning this certain someone for weeks, we set it up to where after our senior trip, I'll pick her up in the Bronco at by Lester. We met by Lester's Bakery. I picked her up, went out to Fuck it, it's in the past. It's over 10 years ago. I graduated in 2009, so well over 10 years ago. We went up to my cousin's residence out in the country. I knew that at the time nobody was living there. I'm like, all right, out in the cuts. Nobody has to see me. Nobody will see me or us or the unmentionables that are going to happen. So I'm in the Bronco, just the pussy. How did I not get laid with the fucking Bronco? That blue and white beast. I love the Bronco. How there weren't just panties getting thrown my way for the sheer fact that I was driving a Bronco. Never happened. Maybe I didn't see them. They're just all over the place, and they're just, spinning with the dust behind in my rear view mirror. But anyways, we get up there, get in the back seat, and there's some smooching going on. There's some smooching. I didn't get laid, but man, oh man, senior year, I managed to get a dandy handy. Booyah! A handy to my resume in high school. There's some smooches. Over the years. It wasn't a complete chode, but opportunities that were unmade. I think there's a handful of opportunities, and I took it like a looking strike. Just strike three. I missed my opportunity. I should have swung, but I didn't swing. You just sat there and look at a perfect pitch. Just go right by. I remember like getting the dandy handy, and just, this is great. A person I wasn't really wanting to get a dandy handy from, but you got to do what you got to do. And I remember, like, as soon as I bust, I was like, what am I doing? Why? I just went on and whacked off like they did for the past 4 years. Yo. What a mess. What a mess. Cleaned themselves off. Was able to drive her back and just, oh my God. It was just, someone that I shouldn't. And then I vowed, like, all right, never again, never again. Fast forward a couple years later in college, texting her a little bit, and then of course it happens again and I let my buddies know, unfortunately, and it was just held against me, and she even left a hickey. That is my fucking rule. No hickeys. Are we in high? I mean, then we're in high school, but damn it, nowadays, don't be leaving hickeys. Be a goddamn professional about it. But was able to manage a dandy handy in high school.
China.
But look, I wouldn't change a fucking thing in my high school experience. Played a lot of sports, had a lot of friends, had great experiences, and unfortunately, sex was not one of those experiences. But, have faith in your boy. Have faith in your boy, the time does go on. The next story I wanted to tell. So, I maintained my virginity all the way into college, and I did not want my roommates to find out about it. And we were those, there was 4 rooms and about 6 of us in there. I shared a room with another guy, but all of us just clicked. And the girls downstairs. We all clicked. We'd all hang out together. It was a good time. We just happened to be roommates, and we all just happened to become really, really good friends. And I remember one day, it was like the first semester. And Niall, I'll name drop now because he's just an absolute scumbag. But he's your friend. He's a scumbag. You don't know why he's your friend, but he is. Think of him as like a wild kind of Bam Margera fuck all kind of character. And they're talking about sex one day, and I add in, I'm not some social outcast. I can talk about things, and I think now somehow he's like, wait, Aaron, like, you're a virgin? Oh my God, you're a virgin! Like he called it out. I got sniffed out, and just the scarlet letter, the scarlet V, I wore upon my chest. And like, there's some shame to it. Eventually got a girlfriend. I wanted to have a girlfriend for the first time that happened. And you got a shout out to good old Jen A. Thank you. I think I love you. God, what a mopey little bitch I was. Like the first time you bang, and then you're just immediately in love. But we're not here to talk about love. We're here to talk about the sweet, in episode 69. It's all about the romance, the sexiness, the ravenous lust. So, prior to meeting the first girlfriend and losing the V card, I was at a dance, and usually I just went all hammered on SSU campus, and usually like I'm dancing my ass off and I sweat out all the alcohol. I am stone cold sober by the end of every dance. However, I had to go and piddle, so I left the main like commons room, went to at a urinal. There's another dude, like a bro, shirt off, because he's just that much of a hunk. And we're whizzing, and he's like, bro, this is almost better than sex. And I'm like, almost, right? Little did he know I was a goddamn virgin. But yeah, I was telling this story to a coworker today. I was like, you know what? What if he was full of shit? What if he was a virgin too? I bet he was. I bet he still is, but not me. Ha ha. No, this guy's like, yeah, almost. But sometimes when you have to hold in your pee for so long, maybe they're stuck in traffic or whatever, and you finally get a release, like honestly, sex adjacent, I'll say. Not better, but sex adjacent. But I've had a couple of shortcomings. I swear to God, I've had a couple of like a 5-second, like 3 pump chumps, and you're done, and you have to somehow like. I'll try to finger bang a little bit to make up for the complete and utter catastrophe that was my sexual prowess at the time. Just horrible. Like porn definitely skews the mind. It gives you unrealistic ideas of like, yeah, all women want just no foreplay, just start jackhammering for a solid 15 minutes, and they're gonna yell and scream. Their eyes are gonna roll back to their head and come out their ass. And then that's it. You're a sex god. Every guy's a sex god because it's, you know, that's what porn tells you. Where the fuck was I going with this? I digress. Anyways, oh yeah, peeing. I had to go from Rohnert Park to St. Francis Drake Boulevard one time, past San Rafael. That's like, as the crow flies, or the drive without traffic is cool half hour maybe. Hour and a half later, after taking my protein shake, worked out in Rohnert Park, protein makes me pee like a racehorse, and I'm stuck in traffic, and I'm at the point where I'm contemplating, like, because I feel like I'm clenching the pee, and I can feel like a little bit like no dribbling, but it's like it's ready to go, and I contemplated pulling over and just peeing on the side of the road. I would have missed the ferry, would have been late to my internship, my life would have been ruined. I held on, I pulled off, and I was like, I can't do this. Pulled back onto the traffic, and I ran just clenching to the ferry building. I scanned my card. I go in there and I pee for 3 years. It was incredible. What an experience. And I remember that as fondly and as satisfying, possibly more satisfying than my first sexual experience, all 30 seconds of it. But hey, we did it. We got the job done. It held on to the pee. It helped me realize what I'm made of and the discipline I can have to not piss my pants, not do the unthinkable, like pee in public where there's a ton of traffic. Could be a cop coming up right next to you. Whatever. But anyways, yes, a little pee-pee play for you here in episode 69. The next story, what do we have here? Oh. Random sexcapades in college, and it was just a complete blast. Loved every second of it. Had my hoe phase. Guess I'm still in one. Who knows? I'm single. No, I got 2 cats. Yeah. But my absolute douchiest moment, it was right after sophomore year, like the last day before everybody had to move out of their dorms, and I got initiated into my fraternity. I'm feeling like Billy Badass, but I have friends that aren't initiated. They're called GDIs, Goddamn Independents, which if you can make it through college without being in this Greek life, so be it. Have your friends. Do what you got to do. It's no big deal to not be part of Greek life. At Sonoma State, Greek life was damn near the only way you can have any sort of social life or parties or whatever, barring clubs or like joining a club at school or being part of a sports team. There's really no parties are done by 10 because it's a town full of families. And like now as an adult, if there's any noise going past 9 o'clock, I'm causing a stink. I'm calling the cops. Shut up! I got work the next day, you little bitches.
China.
Regardless, I'm at this little house party, and there's some cuties there, but I was like, hey, my motto in college was the lower the standards, the higher the success rate. I'm pretty sure every woman I slept with in college had this same mentality about me. And by God, she wasn't chunky at all. However, she was not the most traditionally attractive of ladies, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm not the most traditionally attractive of men, but I know I'm a little handsome. But this gal had some acne, a slight chunk, a little thick, but also I call her snake bites when I tell these stories. She had 2 snake bite piercings on her lips, and I specifically remember telling her, like, oh, I'm not like a typical frat douchebag, you know, I'm not that guy. I'm just hitting on her, playing beer pong, blah, blah, blah. We end up walking all the way back to my dorm because I've charmed the hell out of her. And we're getting down to it. We're getting hot and heavy. One of the condoms breaks, and I was like, I'm not putting up with this shit again. That's the story. I'll tell that story right after this. I go down to the Bronco, get some more emergency condoms out of there, and so we have our fun. But she's like, "Oh, I want to take your shirt, put it." I'm like, I don't want you stealing my shirt. I don't know why. Like, the deed has been done a couple times, and we're laying there in my twin bed, and I'm focused on it. It's like 3 a.m. I gotta get up in a couple hours, and I got a long day ahead of me, and just wanted my alone time. But regardless, like I was not opposed to just cuddle, sleep. We'll both wake up in the morning. We'll be good. But the words left my mouth. Hey, so where'd you park? And that set her off. I mean, of course, I said it. I'm not gonna say I didn't say it. I said it, which is inferring like, yeah, hey, you gonna leave? But it's like I should have just shut the fuck up. It'd been safer if she just stayed over, what have you. And she's like, well, fine, I'll get up and go. Like, she got pissed, rightfully so, because, again, douchey fucking moment. And she gets up. I'm like, no, I do retort. I'm like, hey, no, didn't mean it like that. Like, you could stay the night. Like, it's nighttime. You're not gonna walk out in the middle of nowhere. Like, just stay over. It's fine. But she was incensed, again, rightfully so. My douchebaggery reared its ugly hand. And she just got all packed up. I did not let her take my shirt. As I would never see that shirt again. I forget what shirt it was, but I wanted it, and you're not going to steal it, snake bites. And so she storms out of my dorm and goes to the kitchen, opens up the door, and I open it up, I'm like, hey. I poke my head out of the door, I'm like, hey, have a good summer.
You motherfucker.
I bid her a good summer. Because it started off on such a good note. Oh my god. Before that, I did have this, not a dorm mate, but these girls that live down the hall. And this one, we got, I forget how we met or whatever. They're smooching around, but it was only ever, nice little bajays. With this gal. And stupid fucking me, I've had condoms in my car or whatever, where the heat might have played a factor, and they were compromised, and this guy finally were able to get down to it. And I remember feeling like, wow, this feels really good. This is an amazing condom. I climax, of course. I'm positive she did not, because at that time I'm just going off, no foreplay. Why foreplay? No foreplay. It's all about the wild hump and dump, and just the woman gets to be there and just feel so lucky she got to be in my presence. Why bother trying to turn on your sexual partner? So I pull out, look, and I was like, all right, great. I look down, broken condom. Oh god, I'm just so distraught. I'm not ready for these. I'm not ready for kids. I'm a kid myself. I can't even take care of myself. I can't even have a condom. I didn't have the wherewithal to have a condom that wasn't just melted into the heat in my car. I'm just being a fucking dummy. I mean, at least I wore one, but still, to what end if it's compromised? So, my god, we collect ourselves. We get dressed, and we go straight to Target and get some Plan B. I pay for it because I'm a gentleman. Get that Plan B, and it's just kind of like a random text over the next couple of days. But I'm so bummed out, so just worried that I don't even get to enjoy my fraternity kind of inauguration, my introduction into it. I get voted in, it's good, and I'm just like, yay, I might have someone pregnant because I'm an idiot. And it's like one of the last days before before meeting snake bites, we're packing up and stuff, and I'm drunk. I'm in my dorm room, and I get one of the greatest texts one could ever receive. I got my period, and I'm like, yeah! And I text her hey, do you want to come? You want me to go down? I walk down the hall. Do you need to talk or anything? And she's like, no, I'm good. I'm just packing. It's all gravy. And we were cool. After she was in I think a grade or two above me. But she graduated. We relatively kept in touch. Not as much anymore, but wish her well. Not a bad person. A douche. But yeah, I told her, because I helped her move out the next day. We're moving her stuff in her car. And I remember, here's the punchline to the story. I remember telling her, I did not say this the day of. When we went to go get the Plan B. But I was like, oh, it's funny. It's Mother's Day. Hadouken! But if I would have said that, for sure, Plan B would have been defeated by my powerful seed, and there'd be a little me running around. But alas, I held my tongue for the joke, and I told her after that, and I maybe got a chuckle, but so be it. Have a good summer, yeah. And then years pass. I mean, I've had my relationships, my heartbreaks and whatnot, but sex to me has always been like, it's so much fun. I'm just happy to be there. I'm happy to be even deemed worthy to be making love to another woman. And in my latter years, after post like devastating heartbreaks, I'm like, all right, I'm doing me now. And I've never quite dabbled in older women, but somehow happened upon an older woman in Tahoe. Not gonna name names, but she lives in the Bay Area. Really cool lady. We snowboarded together and stuff. But went to her place in the Bay, and she smoked me out. She's fairly wealthy, single woman. And I want to say she's 50 now, 49 at the time. And a curvaceous lady, pretty curvy, but just dope, down to earth lady, kind of like a sugar mama, and not down quite to bang, but it's all good because settled for a BJ in the Bay, and we're both like, I'm wildly stoned and drunk. We went out to dinner and stuff. She's paying for stuff. Like, I paid for some drinks, but she said no, let me take care of it. All right, take care of me. And we're in her living room just getting a BJ, and she's just, I don't know if porn was her playbook of just, oh God, like she's just like moaning, yelling all these things. I'm like, yeah, it's just a regular size, wang. Like, but she's going for it. She's going for it to the point, it was so over the top, the moaning and groaning and just, oh yeah. And I was faced with a decision. Do I just get completely turned off and clam up and be like, let's just cuddle and go to bed? Or do I give in and just get full weird with it? What do I do?
I'm not gay no more.
I get fucking weird. Yes, I do, Sliders. I was like, fuck it, just talking through gritted teeth. Oh, yeah, I do fucking cool. You just over the top. I was like, fuck it, let's have some fun with it.
Yeah, I'm fucking that guy.
I'm the type of guy that when we're banging, I can laugh through a queef. Queefs are funny. I can laugh through it. Give a kiss later, and then you get back into it. I'm not one to like make jokes during or anything like that. Just I'm there to have some fun, get a little serious with it. But in that moment, you're like the fucking cook. Oh, you're like the salami sandwich. I didn't say that, but God, you like the salami sandwich. A torpedo. Fire the torpedoes. Oh, God, I fired him. Great experience it was. Great experience. Love to see it. Oh, that reminded me of another story. Rewind back to college. This gal and I, we went to not a formal, but like a cocktail when you go with another sorority girl. And we're getting down to it. Everything, the event happens. We're back in my apartment. And we're getting down to it. But I realized, because I'm a fucking gentleman, like, yo, this girl, like, way too drunk, like, not gonna happen. So I sleep on the floor. She gets to bed. She's like, nothing happened. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, it is what it is. You can just whack off later. But sometimes, a message to everybody out there, when someone's too drunk, it, like, it in your bones. Let your common sense guide you. If someone's like not in the right mind or just too drunk, So when you got to take care of someone. Tucked her in. I slept on the floor, and God, the next day I wake up, I'm like, God damn it, redhead. She pissed my goddamn bed. She pissed it. And so I had to, my fix, I'll just pull off the sheets, clean those, flip the mattress, we're good to go. But on the other side of that mattress, there's another gal, well-endowed boobage gal who just, another gusher, she scored. So I had like stains all over my bed, and I didn't have the heart to tell my girlfriend of 6 years after that the mattress that we slept on for a couple of years was tainted with my sexual exploits and pee-pee.
You like that?
It happens. What can I say? Any more stories? All right, I'll end with this one. My introduction to sex began at a wee young age, not through any sort of diddling or anything like that, but through a zip-horn. And my older brother, Keith, had some friends over. They acquired some VHSs, so you know those videos are filled with pubes. And they're all in the living room just, like, looking rather serious. I've never just gone, unless it was, like, a funny porno video I wanted my buddies from college to watch. Like, you're not watching porn with somebody else, but they were, like, kind of dead quiet, just kind of watching it together. And I just kind of stumble in, 10-year-old me, and I see this guy he's banging this chick. Like, again, a lot of pubes. And then comes the money shot, and he ejaculates all over her bosom. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, that's real chunky and weird. Like, and I just, out of behind the net, my brother and his friends, they didn't realize I was there. I'm like, oh my God, he's peeing on her. They laugh at me. I didn't know what I was seeing, but I knew I liked it. But as a warning to all the young men out there, yeah, porn every once in a while is all right, but do not let it consume you. Do not let it warp your mind or distort your reality of what sex is or what women expect out of it, because they're just, oh yeah, I'm coming, oh my God. That's not reality. It's not real. It's fake. It's there. It's just, do not let it consume you. It's not real. Blah, 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 blah. Look at me with all these what's it called? These sanctimonious, my preaching. What else do I have here? But all joking aside, I know this is episode 69, and I like to end with like a little bit of a serious note. Oh my God, the old lady from Days just texted me. We're gonna have a play date tomorrow. My goodness. Sex has just been such, like, a huge drive just because I was just a horny old teenager growing up. Now I'm just a horny 34-year-old. But, it's something that, to me, I think it's a huge part of the relationship. Always keeping it spicy, always keeping it different. For me, that does not include bringing others into it. However, as I learned from the great and powerful Andrew Cummings said, buns, different strokes for different folks. And if you get down with other people, if you got to be a cuck or I could never stand the thought of someone banging my significant other. Some people are about it. Some people are swingers. Some people are just freaky deaky to the max. Whatever you got to do, just make sure kids aren't involved, obviously. Like, respect the other person, but just, it's so much fun. And I can imagine that, like, when I'm with my person, with my one, when I get married and all that, like, for me at least, sex is just a huge part of the puzzle. You always got to be lusting over the person that you love. I know that's what I want to do. It's a big part of who I am and what I want in the person that I end up with. And it'll be great. It'll be great. Yeah. So go out there, you guys. Go have some sex. I know it always puts me in a better mood. It's good for you. It's healthy. A little cardio. Have some fun with it. And I also I'll use this moment to announce the new tagline I want to work with the tap. Because what Brother Skylar and I always say, when we're on the mountain, we have our flasks of Fireball whiskey. We're getting silly on the mountain. But you know what? In this serious-ass world and this crazy shit's going on, go out there, you guys. Get silly. Go out there and get silly. Not stupid, but get silly. Have fun with life. Go out there, get silly. Put the meaning that you want to that. I know I'm always getting silly. You guys get silly as well. And until next time...
You lose! Good day, sir!